So very good evening to all of you. We are right here today for a session based on your current affairs, right? For your April 1 to 7th, right? We'll be covering this today in this first session, right? And this session will be trying to explore the areas, whatever are important from your for your RBI Grade B examination, and certain points will also be applicable to your NABARD examination, right? So as all of you know that reading newspaper is right at most important at this point of time, because from here only you will be able to link right the current aspects with the static part of the syllabus, right? So that would help you to get an idea that what are the things going on in the news and how you can correlate with this static portion of the syllabus. Because as you know that the examination of RBI or NABARD, these are basically current based examination. So whatever static things you are studying at one side, it's okay, but more relevant until and unless you do not club both the things together, you do not synchronize the things together, right? You will not be able to know what is important, what is not important. So just pay attention on the sessions. Do not ask this, that right now. Just pay attention on the session so that you can take the benefit of this session and understand the things. Have full attention. Whatever news we will be covering right now from this duration, that is April 1 to 7, right? Do not distract me by asking this or that question right now. You can ask me personally also for those things. This is not the right platform to ask any other thing, right? So let's focus on and let's discuss the things that have been in news from 1st to 7th of April. And these news, right, are important for your upcoming RBI Grade B examination. So let's move on. These are the topics you can see, related to that, whatever have been in the newspapers. Now let's jump on to the first very topic, right, for this from this month of April. And these topics, as all of you can see, the screen is in front of you. The newspaper is talking about from some speech of Nirmala Sitharaman, our finance minister, about the professionalism of the banks, the public sector banks. So this script or this article in the newspaper specifically talks about 2-3 areas which is in your syllabus also, and they can ask you question from here, right? Basically, it is talking about the professionalism of professionalism of the public sector banks, and in continuation of that, this article is saying about how the government or what the government is doing to increase the professionalism of the banks. So it says about the partition of the roles. It says about the one of the important, very important concept for your examination is about FSIB, right? What is FSIB? The Financial Services Institutions Bureau, right? This is very, very, very important. And this has replaced, all of you know that FSIB has, Bank Boards Bureau has been replaced by FSIB. So this, how the things can be connected, interlinked to ask question, we will also discuss that. And in another article, in another newspaper, this has been extended to another areas that Nirmala Sitharaman says about the presently working conditions of the bank due to professionalism. What has happened? First, it talks about the professionalism, that how we are doing with the professionalism, how we are improving the professionalism in the PSBs. Next, Finance Minister also talks about how this professionalism has improved the condition of the banks, right? So these are the two takeaways from this news. So the things have been summarized for you. The PDF will be shared with you. You can go through this PDF, right? What she has said, what she has not said, what are the takeoffs from or the takeaway from this, right? These are the things she has said. But we will move on to another important aspect. The FSIB is very, very, very important for your examination. First thing you should know that it is set up under which Department of Financial Services. That you must know that FSIB works under the Department of Financial Services. Next thing, the role of FSIB is very important, right? What are the works of the FSIB, right? So basically, its role is to search of talent, right? Search of talent for the senior positions. Now, my dear friends, if you are thorough with the current affairs, can you give me the name? Can you give me the name of the managing director, the name of managing director of SBI being proposed by FSIB recently? what is the name of the proposed name, right, for the post of managing director for SBI by FSIB recently? News पढ़ते हो नहीं पढ़ते हो? Yes, Shruti Abhay are going right. Rana Ashutosh Kumar, I think. Rana Ashutosh. So FSIB ने क्या किया? What FSIB will do? It will recommend and later on it is the government, right, governance cabinet decision taking committee, it will finalize the name. FSIB is just a recommending body for banks as well as the other public sector institution like the general insurance companies also, not only for the banks but for the general insurance companies also. It is interested to make the recommendation, as I was saying, you appointment of full-time directors, non-executive chairmen of the banks. The financial decisions on the FSIB will be taken by the cabinet committee, right, headed by Prime Minister. Very, very, very important. You must know this. Another role of FSIB is also related to formulating and developing business strategies. Very important. This, they can play with you options over here. This can be also be the option. So remember, my dear friends, not only the talent search, the senior talent search, but also it is involved in formulating and developing the business strategies. Along with this, please take attention, please pay attention. Along with this, it is also associated with monitor, right? It also monitors and assesses the performance of the public sector, government-owned financial institutions, and insurance companies. So three things: the talent search, right? Next is your what? It is related to your formulating and developing business strategies. And lastly, monitor and assess the performance of your PSBs and general insurance companies. So everybody, is it clear the functions of the FSIB? What are the functions of the FSIB? If they give you such options in the examination, 1, 2, 3, which one of the following are correct? Kar loge na? Right. So very good. Let's move on to one practice question based on this. देखते हैं आप answers देते हैं या नहीं. Let's see. It's very easy question. चलो पढ़ो and this question का मुझे answer दो. Give me the right answer for this question. Very easy question. Very easy question. What will be the right answer for this question? So it is talking about, right, the government has created professionalism के बारे में जो हमने बात करी उससे related. This one is the government has created the financial services institution bureau to recommend, right? It is okay. The government has parted, right, role of chairman and managing director. It is also right. So C, both 1 and 2 is correct. So this is an overview. If you'll go to the different PSB, right, PSB websites, the role will be clear to you. On the top is sitting, right, MD and CEO, right? Iske niche executive directors, non-executive directors, full-time nominee directors, full-time directors are sitting below it. So just you can go through and understand this. Next, we'll move on to the next news. Very, very, very important. The dividend receipts from the right, central public sector enterprises. So this news is all about that. The dividend what we are getting from the right public sector enterprises has increased. So in RBI, what you have observed in 2023, right? In 2023 prelims, what they will do, they will set the context with this news. They will set the context with this news. And in prelims, I am asking or not telling about the mains. In prelims, what they will do, they will leave a blank and they will ask you some special value related to this. Says this is a very, very, very special value because the dividend has exceptionally increased, right? It has exceptionally increased by 26%. Okay? So whatever the dividends we are getting, that has increased by 26%. ये आपको ध्यान में रखना है. So all the takeaways we have listed over here. But apart from these takeaways, my dear friends, whenever we are talking about disinvestment के बारे में जब भी हम बात करेंगे, whenever we will talking about the disinvestment, just a second, yeah. Whenever we are talking about disinvestment, the name of Deepam should come to your or resonate in your mind कि Deepam होता क्या है और ये काम कैसे करता है, because the question can be linked. So first we'll see that the important news is that estimates has expanded by 26% to this value is very, very, very important, 63,000 crores that can come directly in your prelims phase 1 examination. लंबा चौड़ा पैसेज they will set and lastly they will ask simple thing, बताइए कि ये वैल्यू जो है क्या है, 63,000 crore. Such question definitely comes in phase 1 of RBI examination. So 63,000 you have to keep in your mind. Okay? 63,000 you have to keep in your mind. So this is increased by 26%. Now, whenever we talk about the disinvestment, I told you the name of DIPAM should come to your mind. See, this is DIPAM. What is DIPAM? Department of Investment and Public Asset Management. Okay? So earlier, what was there? Whatever the disinvestments were made, right, is say related. The decisions related to disinvestments were taken by which body? Before DIPAM, which was the body entrusted to take the disinvestment decisions in India? Please tell me. नीति आयोग को ये responsibility दी गई थी, right? नीति आयोग. Now, after DIPAM has chipped in, नीति आयोग shares the responsibility. नीति आयोग से पूरा हटा नहीं लिया गया. नीति आयोग shares the responsibility with DPM for your this identification of this disinvestment. So there are 4 types of disinvestment: strategic, minority, right, asset monetization, and capital restructuring, right? 4 major areas related to this. And DIPAM is working under Ministry of Finance. So these are the points you must know, right? Next, coming on to the question related to this, please give the right answer for this question. Please read the question and give thoda sa dimag lagaiye, you will give the right answer for this question, right? My screen is okay. Please check your screen. My screen is perfectly okay. So the question is saying, देखिए, again, the main thing दे दिया, what is 63,000 crores? This, that they will ask you, they will set a lengthy paragraph, but you, if you know the context of the news, आपने अगर news पढ़ा हुआ है beforehand on the RBI examination, you don't have to read the entire paragraph. फटाक से जल्दी से you see the which context they are asking the question, and last thing or the middle thing, whatever they are asking, आपको pick करना है वहां पे, so that you do not waste a lot of time. So you can do only this if you earlier only you know the context of the question they have asked. Context तभी पता रहेगा जब अच्छे से newspaper पढ़ोगे, right? Tailor-made material will not work. So as you know that whatever the revenue government is right receiving is divided into revenue receipts and capital receipts. Again, revenue receipts is divided into tax revenue and non-tax revenue. So you can see the dividends, profits, fees, grants, all are incurring to this part that is called as non-tax revenue. So right answer for this question will be what? Non-tax revenue. Now, since dividend disinvestment is very important, so you can just prepare your descriptive question also for this. What do you mean by disinvestment? How it is different from strategic disinvestment? What is the disinvestment target set by Government of India for this year, 24-25? Highlight the need for disinvestment. So a descriptive, can anybody tell me what is the target set by Government of India for financial year 25 for disinvestment? Kya target hai? What is the disinvestment target set by, for, is it 26,000 crore? Very good. Shruti says 50K crore. Very good. So this is the disinvestment target, right, for financial year 25. Next, coming on to the next news is related to MSME payment. Very important news. MSME से related कुछ भी आता है. Last year also they have made some changes in the budget in MSME, and there was a direct question in the examination both in RBI and NABARD from this MSME changes. So here the change has been made pertaining to the IT rules. बहुत ही important rule है, and this rule is helping the MSME. इसमें बताया गया in this rule, if any big firm will take some procurement from MSME, अगर उसको timely payment they will not do within some time limit. That time limit I will tell you. If that payment is not done, they cannot take IT deductions in that. ठीक है? अगर आपने कुछ खरीदा, उस पैसे को आपने खर्च किए, expenditure you have made for the purchase of MSME, and you do not repay that MSME within that certain time frame, your expenditure made will not be counted under IT deductions, right? उसको gross income, net income में नहीं लिया जाएगा. So what is that time frame, right? This is 45 days. Very important. That the income tax rule disallowing business from claiming tax deduction for payment beyond 40 days, 45 days. Very, very, very important. It is under section 43BH of the income tax. Very important. And it will definitely help the MSMEs क्योंकि MSMEs को बड़े industries खरीद लेते हैं सामान, they do not pay them in time, that right, they have very less working capital, so that will help them to rotate their working capital. This 45 days, very, very, very important, my dear friends, for this. Now the classification of MSME, still they ask questions from here, तो इसको देख लीजिएगा कि micro, small, medium को कैसे हम classify करते हैं based on plant, machinery and turnover. So now give the right answer for this question फटाफट, अभी मैंने बता दिया. What is will the right question, right answer for this question? 45 days. चलो अब तो नहीं बोलोगे ये आएगा तो examination. 45 days. चलो. Next, very important news. Digital India Trust Agency, that is Digita, right? It is plan of RBI. अभी तक हुआ नहीं है. It is the plan of RBI to set up an agency so that whatever the money lending apps are mushrooming in our country, a registry will be created. A registry will be created under name that is Digital India Trust Agency. ठीक है? So this they can ask you in the examination. Last year also this type of question, one of the question came. Right, abhi aaya tha, what I forgot the name of that initiative of RBI. Drishti, or what's Drishti? What is the initiative of RBI? Some Drishti or Srishti, some initiative is there. Antardrishti, yes, Antardrishti. Very good, Shruti. So Antardrishti based question they have asked, right? So similarly, this Digita question can come in your examination. Next, electric mobility promotion scheme. As you know, that if you will go through the 2023 questions of RBI, okay, 2023 questions ko dekhiye, the phase 1. So they have quite focused on the climate change, environment related things, right? So this year also you can see that climate change, environment related things, jahan se bhi finance se connect hote hain, ya fir they are quite much, pretty much in the news, they can ask some questions from there. So this scheme is also important for you. Electric Mobility Promotion Scheme 2024. So EMPS, why they have introduced this EMPS? Can anybody tell me in just one word why they have introduced EMPS right now? किस scheme के लिए fund नहीं मिला तो EMPS introduced? Very good. Shruti shares FAME is expiring, right? FAME के लिए fund नहीं आया, right? So they have introduced new scheme called EMPS, Electronic Mobility Promotion Scheme from 2024. Here, different subsidies will be provided to different categories like autos, buses, heavy vehicles. Everything is there, eligible for 50,000 subsidy, 50,000 up to rupees 50,000 subsidy, and this scheme will be giving around, I think, 500 crores. Yeah, 500 crores. As the FAME scheme, I was telling you, faster adoption and manufacturing of electric vehicle. यहाँ पे funds नहीं आए हैं इस साल के budget में, so they have introduced this EMPS. Right, this is important. This 500 crore is important, and this whatever the subsidies are given up to rupees 50,000 is important. So let's try to have one question based on this. Please give the right answer for this question. Please give the right answer for this question. Chalo, is statement number 1 correct? Is statement number 1 correct? Yes or no? Yes, yes or no? Yes. Is statement number 2 correct? Do correct hai? Yes or no? Very good. It is right. It is not saying only about the buses. Ye autos ke liye bhi hai, personal vehicles ke liye. Next, the total outlay is 5,000 crore. Is it correct? No, I said you it's 500 crore. Nodal ministry is transportation and highway. Is it correct? Nodal ministry is Ministry of Heavy Industries. Very, very, very important. Okay? So this is also not correct. So right answer will be one only. Chalo. Next news is about small isn't beautiful. So this news pertains to a small finance bank. So fatafat try to correlate everything that you have studied. We have also taught you in detail in our static series that is going on in our mentorship program. Almost we are on the verge of completion of the finance portion. right? So in this we have completed about the small finance banks, everything. So small finance banks को परेशानी है, they have a problem that small मत लगाइए हमारे नाम के आगे. We are banks, okay है, small से that undermines our capabilities. So small को हटाइए, that request they have made to RBI. So just correlate this with the static portion of your syllabus, but the financial institutions. So financial institution part is the syllabus of RBI, the very first topic. In that we have small finance banks also, the payment banks also. So from there, just read about everything related to small finance banks, right? We have given in master notes also. And here also I have outlined everything related to small finance banks. एक बार पढ़ा दिया class में already, so I'm again not going to deal क्या-क्या functions है नहीं है इसके. Let's solve one question based on small finance banks. Give the right answer for this question based on small finance bank. See, the statements I try to give is conceptual. I do not try to frame lengthy sentences. छोटे होते हैं, बस conceptual होते हैं. First, they must follow PSL norms. करना पड़ेगा, नहीं करना पड़ेगा? Yes or no? Y or N? Type Y or N? Y. ठीक है. Number of SFB in year 2024 has reduced compared to 2023. Agree or not agree? Yes or no? एक कम हुआ है. AU and FinCare they have merged, right? तो एक कम हो गया. So this is also right. SFBs are regulated by RBI. SFBs are regulated, yes. They are licensed under Banking Regulation Act, yes or no? Yes. So all the statements are right. सब कुछ यहाँ पे बताया हुआ है. जिनको नहीं पता है, after the class is over, go through this PDF, पढ़ लीजिए. यहाँ से नहीं पढ़ना, master notes में दिया हुआ, वहाँ भी पढ़ सकते हैं. Next, we'll move on to next set of news. This is related to multiple price auctions, right? Multiple price auctions of the government securities. Government securities. Now, government securities के चलिए नाम बताइए. What are types? Basically, what are two types of government securities? Basically, what are two types of government securities? Very good. Somebody was saying short dated and long dated. So, are treasury bills short dated or long dated government securities? Short. इसका time period कितना होता है? From how many days? Minimum how much to how much? 2364. Very good. So this news is saying that whatever RBI is making auction, right? कभी भी किसी चीज का auction करते हो, tender बुलाते हैं. Whenever you're auctioning something, you're calling for the tenders, right? Different participants will be there, right? You are auctioning that for your office, you want to purchase one laptop. So आपने tender निकाला इसके लिए. For that you have floated one tender and many participants came. I will supply, I will supply, I will supply. Everybody will bid their prices. So for bidding in this government securities, there are two methods: uniform price methods and multiple price method, multiple auction method. So यहाँ पे you have to just remember two things, right? In uniform price auction, all the successful bidders are required to pay for the quantitative at the same rate at auction cutoff, irrespective of the bid quoted by them. यहाँ पे क्या होता है? What is, that's why it is called uniform, because all will be paying. They deduce one mathematical formula, and based on that, in master notes, we have given a full description of this. कैसे derive करते हैं uniform or multiple. Or if you'll go through my previous March month's my session of current affairs, the first one only I have discussed in detail about this uniform and the multiple price auction. So again, I'm not discussing. यहाँ पे याद रखिए कि in uniform method, as the name indicates, all of the cutoff price is determined and everybody has to pay that price only. Their number of shares vary. Here, what is happening in multiple price auction, the successful bidders are required to whatever जो भी ये bid करेंगे, that bidding only they have to pay. ठीक है? This is only meaning of uniform and multiple price auction. Now, coming on to this, give the answer for this question. Just give me 1 minute. I will have a cup of water and I will come back. Yeah, so cutoff rate, anybody was asking, cutoff rate is that rate below if we will bid, right, you will not get the allotment. So that is cutoff rate. So right answer for this multiple price. Very good. Next, coming on to next question. This is also important for your NABARD examination. See, for this year, again, I'm telling Food Corporation of India is very important for your NABARD. Definitely, I see again a PDS buffer stock based question. This year, they will definitely ask in mains for your NABARD examination, right? So this news is pertaining to overhauling of your this FCI, how the government is right rehauling the overall FCI machinery to reduce the economic cost, reduce its revenue burden, right? Fiscal burden, whatever the FCI has, what the government is making payment for the FCI. So there are a lot of things. So just we'll move on. Everything has been mentioned. We'll move on to the question, right? Before that, these two terms are very important, the economic cost and the operational cost. Economic cost is equal to total cost of the FCI. It is acquisition cost plus distribution cost. Okay, is equal to AC plus DC. So acquisition cost, right? Acquisition cost is what? Acquisition cost का एक component आप बता सकते हैं? What is the acquisition cost? Is majorly equal to, very good. Maharishi says MSP. So acquire करने में जो the cost which is related to acquiring that particular food commodity or the grains. So MSP FCA has to pay. So that is the acquiring cost plus distribution cost जो भी है. Operational cost is related to transportation, storage, administration charges, interest cost, everything. And food subsidy has three parts: the consumer subsidy, the buffer carrying capacity, and the subsidy on the grains or the other types of miscellaneous expenditure that they are making is equal to food subsidy. Now FCI इस question का see how RBI can ask question from here. NABARD का angle अलग होगा यहाँ से question पूछने का. NABARD will focus on these areas, but RBI will focus on this question what I have given to you. So give the right answer for this question. Very important. Very important. Very good. Chandu Marshi says, so right answer for this 21,000 crores. This much capital, right? Working capital has been provided by government to FCI. Next. So as all of you know, RBI has celebrated its 90 year. So I think all of you have gone through this news, different media houses, different articles covered this entire news, right? RBI celebrated 90 year. So as an aspirant for RBI, I think you people have also gone through this news. So चलिए मुझे बताइए, if you have gone through properly through this news, what is the newspapers में ही cover हुआ? What is the balance sheet size of RBI? Balance sheet का size कितना है RBI का? What is the balance sheet size of RBI? If you have gone through the news, well, in the newspapers, अच्छे से पढ़ा होगा आपने, या आपको पढ़ाया होगा किसी ने, आपने जहां भी पढ़ाई की होगी. What is the balance sheet size? चलिए, I will ask you this in this. So many things have been right ascertained in this overall 90th anniversary that our Prime Minister has also told a lot of things. तो बहुत ही general points थे, बहुत ज़्यादा technical कुछ ऐसा points discuss नहीं किया गया था, right? So it discussed about the twin sheet balance problem, right? It discussed about the findings of the Monetary Policy Committee, right? It discussed about the role of RBI in our economy, right? In determining the monetary policy, fiscal policies, everything. So these were in the news, right? So everything has been summed up. Now let's move on to one question based on this. Please give the right answer for this question based on RBI. Consider the following statements with respect to RBI. As on 31st March 2023, RBI's balance sheet total size is 63 lakhs crore, right? Sahi hai, galat hai. This is right. Next, RBI is custodian of India's forex reserve, which is presently at 4th largest in the world. तो पहला तीन कौन से हैं बताएंगे? Which are the three countries with, name the country with the highest forex reserve? Name the country. China, second position में. Second position. First is China. Second is Japan. किसने USA बोला? Second is Japan. Third is Switzerland. Fourth is India. USA does not come in the first 5 or 6. What is the rank of USA? Anybody in this? USA का rank कितना है? Does it comes under top 10? Does it comes under top 10 USA? मेरे ख्याल से 14 है forex reserve में in USA. 14 is the rank of USA. So this is right. Present governor of RBI has been rated as grade A by Forbes magazine recently, right? Question number 3. Sorry, option number 3. Nahi are, it is not the right. That's why you should not. Forbes magazine क्यों देगा rated? Forbes magazine ने दिया ये. Has Forbes magazine given this rating to RBI governor? What is the name of the magazine that has given this USA based magazine? Who has given this grade A? Find it out and tell me. So this is wrong. RBI has a crucial role in solving twin balance sheet problem of India. I think everybody knows what is twin balance sheet problem. So this is right. So 3 is not right. 1, 2, 4 would be right. So the option number D is right. This is wrong. ये तो काफी न्यूज में है, आरबीआई गवर्नर से रिलेटेड है. You should know this. Next. जीएसटी रिलेटेड न्यूज आते रहते हैं, राइट? जीएसटी का कलेक्शन बहुत सारा बड़ा. सी ट्विन बैलेंस शीट प्रॉब्लम इज नथिंग. नेमिंग ए ट्विन बैलेंस शीट. ट्विन बैलेंस शीट, एक साइड, वन साइड यू हैव बैंक्स, वन साइड यू हैव कंपनीज और द कॉर्पोरेट्स. ठीक है. सो banks are giving loan to these corporates, so these are becoming NPAs. They are not able to return. So on one side, the NPA of the banks is increasing. It is unable to give the loans to the corporates, right, because of the default loans. And another side, whatever the balance sheet of these companies, that has also not in right direction, they are also not able to repay. So that's why the cycle is moving like this. It's a twin problem related to the effect of one thing relating to one thing from arising from here. So it is twin balance sheet problem. It is affecting the balance sheet of both the corporates and the government of the RBI. You can say that's why it is called twin balance sheet problem. Next, GST से related news है. Again, it is 1.78 lakhs crore. Last year they have asked in RBI 2023 एक question आया था, right? And from GST that was related to e-way bill. E-way bill, they have asked one question, right? So let's explore what they can ask you from here. So these are the news I have already pointed out. So पढ़ लीजिएगा. Let's solve one question, conceptual question based on this. So give the right answer for this question. GST, give the right answer for this question. Very good. Deepak Malik says A plus ranking is Global Finance Central Banker report. Yes. So this is right. GST collection has increased. GST has multiple slabs. This is right. GST is the example of origin based tax. No, it is destination based tax. It is destination based tax. Okay. GST is applicable on all goods. No, it is not applicable. The items like alcohol, the items like agriculture, raw agriculture commodities, GST is not applicable. So this is wrong. This is wrong. These two are right statements. Okay. So right answer will be 1 and 2 here. I think option is, yeah, this is the 1 and 2 one. Next question, next topic, regulatory action taken by RBI. Regulatory action taken by RBI. RBI imposes 74 crore fine on 64 lenders. Okay. So whenever such things are there, you should know what is this section, under which section it is imposing the fines. So can you give the right answer for this question? Under which section RBI has imposed fine? IIFL to काफी news में था, right? IIFL Finance Limited, under which section? So it is under section 45(1)(b) is the right answer for this question. Next question, very important, the scores 2.0. So what is scores 2.0? Scores 2.0 is SEBI compliant redress system. That is scores 2.0. That is relating to where the investors, right? अगर आप share market में invest करते हो, your if you have some grievances, आपके पैसे टाइम पे वापस नहीं आए, तो you can make your grievances over here. That is under scores 2.0. So यहाँ पे क्या किया? Earlier the time limit was 30 days. Now it has to make compliance under 21 days under this. So this is important, can be asked in your examination, especially SEBI के जो exam आ रहे हैं आपके. So let's see what is the right answer. As I said, you 21 calendar days. ठीक है? It is not working days. It is calendar days, right? It is calendar days, I think. Just check me working or calendar. It is 21, yes, 21 calendar days. So they can confuse with you working days. So it is not working days, it is calendar days. So right answer is this one, D, not 21 working days. Next, UPI transaction data. It is again increasing day by day. The exam से पहले जाने से पहले just see what is the latest data, that what is the final UPI transaction related data. So UPI is quite in the news. So everything, this every small facts, the conceptual facts related to UPI, and since IT interventions, the digital payments they have introduced in your syllabus, right? Digital payments. So कुछ भी हो UPI से related, it's very important for your examination. Everything you should know, right? So let's have this question for you. So which of the following statement are correct with respect to UPI? Which of the following statement is correct with respect to UPI? So my dear friends, always मैं हमेशा क्या बोलता हूँ? What I say always, keep your eyes and ears open. ठीक है? Keep your eyes and ears open. First statement itself is wrong. UPI is regulated by NPCI. क्या इसको regulate करता है? Does NPCI regulates NPCI? How you can say that this option number everybody is going for A B? पहला ही तो sort out हो जा रहा है. One cannot be correct. ये गलत हो गया, ये गलत हो गया, ये गलत हो गया. Either this will be right or this will be right. UPI is regulated by RBI. The operational function is only performed by NPCI. So this is wrong. UPI is regulated by RBI. The operational functions are performed under NPCI. UPI relies, yes, UPI relies on everything. NEFT, RTGS, IMPS पे rely करता है ये. RBI allows transfer of pre-sanctioned credit line through UPI. Yes, RBI has allowed this recently. This is a news from March. UPI can be used without smartphones. Yes, UPI can be used. अभी news में था कुछ दिनों पहले that RBI that during earthquake कुछ natural calamity आ गया उस time भी UPI work करे. RBI is working on this. So star I think 099 hash something is there, right? Some code is there. Yes, star 99 hash. With this you can use the functions of UPI. You do not need smartphone. So 2 is right, 3 is right, 4 is right. So right answer is C. Next, the question is related to PMI, Purchasing Managers Index, right? Purchasing and Manager Index kya hai, right? It pertains to the data of the month data. That is, I think weekly they are collecting or something, or monthly they are collecting data related to the manufacturing of the top 500 companies, and they try to find the index. So can you tell me, if you have gone through my ESI classes, PMI कौन सा indicator है? It is a leading indicator, lagging indicator, or coincidental indicator. What is PMI? What is PMI? Yes, PMI is leading indicator because the value of PMI is released before the data of GDP is released by the government. So PMI is released, I think, start of the every month. ठीक है, month में एक बार आता है, start of the every month they are relating. So PMI का data, if the PMI data is showing that manufacturing is going good as per this news, right? 59.1. That India's manufacturing had hit a 16-year high to 59.1. So manufacturing good है, so automatically the GDP will be what? Good. So PMI is a leading indicator. Now, Purchasing Managers Index, right, is released by S&P Global. पहले IHS खरीद करता था, S&P Global releases it. 50 value, अगर 50 से ज्यादा होगा तो it is expansion. 50 से less होगा तो it is contraction of the economy. So let's try to solve this question based on this. Give the right answer for this question. So let's the value of shows it, I told you. So this is right. Purchasing managers value of 50 shows, sorry, value of 50 value of above 50 shows a expansion. So this is opposite given. This is wrong. Purchasing managers index for countries managed sector, right? This is right as per the data. PMI is available for both. Yes, this is right. PMI index is available. Manufacturing के लिए available होता है, services के लिए available होता है. 2 and 3 are right over here. So C is the right option here. Again, disinvestment news आ गया. So I told you disinvestment से related things. I told you what are the things you should remember, and subjective point भी मैंने बता दिया. ठीक है, यहाँ पे what are the things right you should remember. New PSE policy. Do you know what is PSE policy? PSE policy introduced 2021. Public sector enterprises policy. ठीक है, public sector enterprises policy is the PSE policy notified in Feb 21. ठीक है, this you can take away from this. They can be asked. This can be asked in the examination. That PSE policy basically divides that what are the companies, like what are strategic CPSEs, what are none classification of that, उनका disinvestment हमें कैसे करना है. This is about the PSE policy. ठीक है, the classification of the thing. Now try to solve this question based on this. Disinvestment proceeds जो होते हैं वो कहाँ जाते हैं? This news is about this only. I will tell you. Disinvestment proceeds जो हैं वो कहाँ जाते हैं? Whatever the government is getting revenue from disinvestment proceeds, right? Where it is going to? So government has introduced this. पहले था ये, अब ये है miscellaneous capital receipts. This news is all about this only. See, the interim budget for 24-25 had many surprises, and one of the was removing word disinvestment from the list of capital receipts in the budget document. The first major change ये सब है, and यहाँ पे बताया गया, आप जब पढ़ोगे यहाँ पे see. However, now there is a new head called miscellaneous capital receipts, where this disinvestment proceeds will go. That you can remember. ठीक है, इसको याद रखना. Right answer is C. VRR, VRRR, VRR, all this I think we have discussed in our static classes also, the concept related to it. अगर नहीं पढ़ा है तो go through the static classes, वहाँ पे बहुत ही डिटेल में explain किया गया है different monetary tools of RBI. ठीक है, so since this is a current affairs, I'm not going into details of VRR, VRRR, right? Liquid adjustment facility, MSF, all these things. So this news is all about the VRR, that how RBI is doing the VRR operations to suck up the liquidity from the market, or absorb the liquidity from the market. ठीक है. So we'll try to solve the question, and let's see that you people are able to give the right answer for this or not. So this is the question, right? Tell the right answer for this question. Which of the following tool is used by RBI to suck or absorb excess liquidity? Standing deposit facility, reverse repos, variable rate reserve repos, open market operations. Now, as RBI aspirant, and also if you have gone through my earlier March month class, or if you have gone through the static classes, there we have clearly explained, right, what is reverse repo, what is VRR. So please go through those if you do not know, right? What is standing deposit facility? Under which section of RBI Act is it covered? Standing deposit facility, can anybody tell? Under which section? Standing deposit facilities. So such type of questions you will get, right, in the examination. So I think 17 is the right answer for this question. 17 is the right answer for this question, standing deposit facility. So right answer for this question is 1, 2, 3, 4. All these tools helps in absorbing the excess liquidity, right, that market has. So you can see shortly in this. So these are the quantitative instruments. These are the qualitative instruments. Quantitative instruments are this one that we use, and these are the qualitative instruments to control the liquidity in the market, right? Okay. So VRR, say definite this year they are going to ask question in the prelims and the mains. ठीक है, VRR बहुत ज़्यादा न्यूज़ में है. So VRR and V triple R are nothing, but these are the long forms of your repo and reverse repo. ठीक है. Next, tell the answer for this question. Bank rate. The bank rate is published under dash section of the RBI Act 1934. Bank rate is published under which section? Is it 49? Is it 49? Bank rate is published under 49. Okay. SDF, I told you under which section? SDF under which section? Section 17. I think somebody telling 24, but I think it is 17. Confirm kar lena isko, 17 and 24. Please confirm it. I think it is 17. Okay. Next question. The money multiplier in an economy increases with which one of the following? What is money multiplier? Money multiplier is equal to money in circulation by base money. Base money is money with RBI, you can say. So money multiplier will increase with the increase in the banking habit of the people. जितना ज़्यादा banking habit होगा, उतना ज़्यादा आप deposit करोगे बैंक में जाके. Bank will lend this money to other people. This people will save some money and he will again deposit some money in bank. This will help in multiplication of the money. So this is the right answer for this is C, increase in banking habit of the people. Next, PhonePe users can now pay via Singapore. So just before going to the examination, see what are the list of the countries where the UPI is being accepted, right? Where UPI is being accepted, like UAE, Singapore, and where Rupee is also accepted. This is also important. किस country में Rupee accepted है और किस countries में this UPI is accepted. Make a list of this before going to the examination, because the exam may be time hai, right? So 15 June, I don't think it's possible if by this month does not come. So as I was saying, due to election, the things are very high chances it will be delayed. So let's see some question based on this. UPI based question. So this is again UPI statement based question. Digital payment आपके syllabus में है directly, so UPI is important. All the features or all the changes or all the amendments related to UPI is important for the examination. So give the right answer. 1, 2, 3, 4. कौन से statement सही है related to UPI? So recent finding. All these are from the newspaper. Recent news related to UPI. कुछ भी पुराना नहीं. Everything is related to new. UPI application inactive for more. अभी लाया government ने, right? It will deactivate it. Very right. The UPI transaction limit for UPI Lite, it is saying. UPI Lite have been increased from 200 to 500, right? 200 to 500. This is also right. Limit for offline. But if I talk about the online UPI Lite में क्या है फिर? What is the value? UPI Lite, I'm saying. So how it can be 1 lakh? UPI Lite में, yes, very good, 2000. Offline 500, online 2000. UPI Lite. Are you not using Bheem? Bheem gives an option to create funds of 2000 rupees under UPI Lite, right? अगर छोटे-छोटे खर्च करने कहीं मान लो आपने चाय पिया कहीं जाके, तो बैंक से क्या बार 10 रुपए 20 रुपए करोगे? So use this UPI Lite facility from there, right? So your bank account will not be deducted. 2000 rupees from bank will go to the UPI Lite, and from UPI Lite you can make this small payments, right? UPI payment 2 rupees 1 lakh for credit card mutual fund subscription. क्या ये सही है? Authentication factor जो है इसके लिए जरूरी नहीं है अब. It is also right. This is also a latest change. And UPI payment for your medical education institute have been increased to 5. So all this statement itself are probable question for your examination. ठीक है? So all are right over here. 1, 2, 3, 4 is right. India launches solar module. So what is solar module? Solar module is nothing but a registry of all these solar modules, right? Whatever the part project solar related, whatever the equipments are there, that will be created an online registry that this part, this type, this solar module has been manufactured in India. That is make in India. These are not Chinese product that will be prepared under this. So next move on to norms on currency derivatives. Very, very, very important. And see, this derivative chapter is itself a very important chapter for exams. We are expecting numerical based question this year from derivatives in RBI exam. Simple conceptual numerical based If you're not attending right now, we are covering in finance the derivatives only. The last class on derivative was very informative and linked to the current. Linked to the current. अगर आपने नहीं attend किया till now under RBI Grade B mentorship, attend that derivative classes. You will get a gist of the things that what is derivative actually and what are the changes being made by the government in the RBI. दोनों को link करके हम वहाँ पे पढ़ा रहे हैं, right? So go through that class. इसलिए मैं अभी डिटेल में एक्सप्लेन नहीं करने वाला हूँ इस न्यूज को, थोड़ा सा कॉन्सेप्ट समझा दूंगा. अगर आपको डिटेल में समझना है तो गो टू दोस दैट यस्टरडेज मास्टर क्लास, राइट? 2 दिनों पहले जो हुआ था मास्टर क्लास में बहुत अच्छे से समझाया हुआ है डेरिवेटिव एंड करंट चीजें क्या चल रही है डेरिवेटिव से रिलेटेड, राइट? So what is this news about RBI's currency derivative dictate puts FPI in spot? पहला न्यूज तो है that can be important in your examination, that earlier circular in RBI said that this rule will be applicable from April month. This rule will be applicable from April month. But now the circular has been changed to 3rd of May. Circular has been changed to, it will come into 3rd of May. So what is this change all about? मैं अभी समझा देता हूं आपको short में. See, first important term you should know, exposure, underlying exposure. अगर आप stock market में trading करते हो, you will understand very easily. If you do some trading in the stock market, similarly we have forex market, right? Where we do trading for the international currencies. यहाँ पे हम option call put करते हैं for the currencies of the world or over. माने अपने डॉलर को लगता है कि दाम बढ़ने वाला है तो you will trade for the dollar currencies. So what RBI has said right now कि only those people, ध्यान से सुनिए, only those people will do the currency derivative trading those are affected by underlying forex exposures. मान लो आप कोई बिजनेसमैन हो, you are dealing with the commodity market only, आप wheat sell करते हो USA में, so you might be affected by the price of the wheat. You wheat का दाम गिर सकता है, बढ़ सकता है. So only those business persons or only those FPIs, only those brokers, those who have some exposure, other exposure in other businesses, वही करेंसी डेरिवेटिव्स का ट्रेडिंग करेंगे. अगर कोई सिर्फ एंड सिर्फ स्पेकुलेशंस के लिए कर रहा है, if anybody is only doing this currency derivative trading for speculation purpose without need of hedging his business for the other things, he will not be allowed to do this from 3rd of May. ये है न्यूज. इसको और डिटेल में समझना है तो अटेंड द डेरिवेटिव क्लास, देयर वी हैव एक्सप्लेन्ड प्रॉपर्ली ऑल द कांसेप्ट, बट क्रक्स मैंने आपको भी बता दिया. ठीक है? So give me the answer for this question if you have attended the class. See, all the things I have given, the ETCD, exchange traded currency derivative, very important. I think one question can come from this year's RBI examination. तो इसका concept भी हमने समझाया वहां पे. So give me the answer of this simple question. Give me the answer of this simple question. So what are the are the example of exchange traded derivatives? So exchange traded derivatives stocks में भी हो सकता है, index में भी हो सकता है. It can be on currency also, commodity also. So more than one option is correct. Rupee falls to record low again. Rupee falls to low again. अभी पता है, right? Wars and everything is going. The fluctuations in rupee will be there. See, generally two terms comes, right? Depreciation and devaluation. So what is the difference between these two terms, depreciation and devaluation? Now whatever is happening, is it depreciation or devaluation of the Indian rupee? Right? Depreciation. Very good. It is depreciation and depreciation. It is based on the exchange rate. Earlier we had fixed rate system. Right now we are on floating rate. The floating rate, whenever we will exchange rate system, whenever we'll talking about the depreciation. Whenever we're talking about the fixed rate exchange system, it is called as devaluation, right? So again, the value of the rupee has fallen, and there are multiple reasons why the value of any country's, right, rupee increases or decreases, right? There are multiple factors related to it. So now the fall is due to dollar demand from the importers and elevated crude oil prices due to geopolitical right disruptions, wars वगैरह चल रहा है related to that. Now try to give the answer for this question based on rupee depreciation. If you understand the concept, you will be able to give the right answer for this question. जब भी rupee depreciate होगा, whenever the rupee will depreciate, it will increase or decrease the trade. Sorry, it will boost the export or it will boost the import. Weaker rupee should theoretically give a boost to India's export. सही है, गलत है? Very good. Export increases because Indian rupee का वैल्यू कम होगा, so बाहर वाले क्या करेंगे? अभी सस्ते में मिल रहा है सामान, so they will try to more and more, they will try to purchase that Indian commodity, so export will increase and opposite of that import will decrease. So बाहर से whatever we will be purchasing, right, whatever we will be purchasing from outside, हमें ज्यादा पे करना पड़ेगा, so we will import the inflation. That term is only called as imported inflation. As rupee depreciates, the petrol prices in India will decrease. नहीं हो सकता, right? It will increase. RBI does not intervene in the forex market in the case of, ये भी गलत है. RBI is actively engaged in this. अभी RBI ने gold purchase किया है, right? To stabilize the position of India. So 3 and 4 are correct. 1 and 2 is the right over here. ठीक है? So shall I continue with this session? Okay, fine. So we'll try to complete. I think more 10 news are left out for first. See, this is again very good news and it can come, right? It is about the women or the female directors in the top companies. It says that there are very few companies where all the directors and whatever the norms are there. The Companies Act norm, the Companies Act, which section of Companies Act says that the role of the women in the directing role of the women in the different companies. What is the section or what is the act of the section of the Companies Act which says about this? Yes, क्यों नहीं आएगा? Gold obviously comes under. What are the components of the forex? Forex के क्या components है? Currency assets, right? Special drawing rights, golds, and क्या? Reserve position tranche with the IMF. These are the 4. तो gold तो आएगा ही forex में, कैसे नहीं आएगा? So this question I was asking you, बहुत ही important है. This can come in the examination. See, the share of women director is less than 30% in majority of Nifty 50 companies. ठीक है? So the question में ही answer है section 149 of the Companies Act, very important, which talks that every company shall have a right minimum of 3 director in case of public. ये होना चाहिए. 2 director in case of private company and 1 director in case of 1% company. एक company can appoint maximum 15 directors. ठीक है? ये बोलता है section 149. So according to this latest news, ठीक है, जो मैंने आपको दिखाया about the women directors, which company has the highest representation of women in the role of directors? Apollo, Nestle, Asian Paints, Tata Motors, or HCL Technologies? So right answer is Apollo Hospitals. See, ये है Apollo Hospital, Nestle India, Asian Paints. So Apollo Hospitals has highest representation of women directors as per the Companies Act section 149(1). Next, foreign brokers allowed to operate remotely at gift city, right? Gift IFSC में अगर कुछ ऐसे फॉरेन ब्रोकर्स है जो वहां पे नहीं रहते और दूसरे कंट्रीज से भी, ठीक है, they are allowed to trade in at gift IFSC. So gift IFSC से related, let's see one of the question. Give the right answer for this question related to gift IFSC. Chairman based question. They have asked in about RBI 2023 में आ चुका है question. Important institutions chairman के नाम याद रखिएगा, ठीक है? They have asked in RBI 2023 if you'll go through the questions. So India International Bullion Exchange, it's established over there to trade in the metals. Remote trading, ये news ही है कि गिफ्ट ने allow कर दिया remote trading. Hashmukh Adhiya is chairman of Gift City, obviously right. So 1, 2, 3 all are right. ठीक है, दोनों सही. Next, gig workers. So कुछ नहीं है, नीति आयोग ने just recommend किया, अभी ये final नहीं हुआ. So we are leaving this news about the gig workers. Next, International Year of Millets. ठीक है, FAO का मीटिंग हुआ था related to International Year of Millets. ठीक है, not very important for RBI. Next, services pick up in the March post. So this is, as I was saying you, services PMI, services का PMI. ठीक है, as I told you, कि PMI is released for both for manufacturing and the services. मैन्युफैक्चरिंग ने भी इंप्रूवमेंट दिखाया, सर्विसेज ने भी इंप्रूवमेंट दिखाया. तो इंडियन जीडीपी के लिए दिस इज अ पॉजिटिव इंडिकेशन. सो इट्स अ लीडिंग इंडिकेटर. दिस इज अगेन कमिंग इन द न्यूज. एलसीआर फ्रेमवर्क फिर से न्यूज में आ रहा है. थोड़ा पुराना कॉन्सेप्ट है बट एलसीआर इज अगेन इन द न्यूज. सो एलसीआर के बारे में, लिक्विडिटी कवरेज रेशियो, एवरीबडी नोज अबाउट इट. लिक्विडिटी कवरेज रेशियोस, हाई क्वालिटी लिक्विड एसेट्स होते हैं, वो 30 दिनों के लिए आपके 30 दिनों 30 days whatever expenses you have, that much amount of liquid assets, right, you should have high quality. What are high quality liquid assets? HQLA we call in short. Example क्या है high quality liquid assets के? Cash, very good. Government security होगा? Government security, yes, government security is cash. Excess SLR होगा? अगर SLR में एक्सेस आप पैसे रख रहे हैं, फिर पुटिंग मोर मनी इन SLR, एक्सेस ऑफ SLR विल बी पार्ट ऑफ HQLA. यस, ऑब्वियसली होगा, बिकॉज स्टैट्यूटरी लिक्विड रेशियो क्या है? ऐसा लिक्विड पैसा जो बैंक खुद के पास रखती है, राइट. सो दैट एक्सेस आपने कुछ रखा तो दैट विल बी आल्सो पार्ट ऑफ HQLA, ऑब्वियस है, राइट. सो आई हैव गिवन इन द नोट्स CRAR रेशियो भी साथ ही में दूसरे न्यूज़पेपर में, दिस वाज आल्सो इन द न्यूज along with LCR. So the conceptual thing I have given in detail. आप इसको पढ़ लीजिएगा. What is coverage liquid ratio? When I'm reiterating, it's a very easy thing. It has been introduced by Basel III norms 2008 ही में. पुराना न्यूज़ है, that's why I said कि इंट्रोड्यूस हुआ था. फिर से RBI क्यों इस चीज को लेके आ रहा है? कभी आपने सोचा what is the reason? ऐसा क्या हुआ है अभी कि RBI is talking about this LCR once again? क्यों हुआ ऐसा, बता सकते हो? No, not HDFC Bank specifically. What has happened? Worldwide socho, the topic of your syllabus is impact on Indian banking system of the global finances, right? It is there in your syllabus. Silicon Valley crisis, suna? Silicon Valley crisis. What happened in Silicon Valley crisis? Social media में, right? The news that banks are collapsing, ये फैल गया. Now it is a time of what? Now it is a time of digital. Everything is digitalized. So people started withdrawing their money. People started withdrawing their money from digital means. So इसके लिए RBI ने ये कॉन्सेप्ट लाया सिलिकॉन वैली क्राइसिस का भी देखते हुए कि एक बार में if they start right demanding their money from the bank, so इतना liquid होना चाहिए. Every bank should have that amount of liquid to repay to the public. So that's why RBI is again thinking to revise the LCR norms. ठीक है, liquid coverage norms कि क्या हमें और ज्यादा रखना चाहिए, or we should some right hindrances so that the public cannot withdraw all the money at a time. So this is about your LCR, liquid coverage ratio, and about your CRAR. This is also important for your examination. ठीक है, पढ़ लीजिएगा once the notes is provided to you. So this is a match the column type of question. Return on assets, capital adequacy ratio, provisioning coverage ratio, and liquid coverage ratio. All are in the news. इनके बारे में पढ़ लेना. So right answer ये है, ये है, ये all are right. For your knowledge only I have given this question. So right answer is this one. RBI fingers on pause button, eyes on inflation. ठीक है, inflation के बारे में आ गया. So as you know that in April month, monetary policy committee's right report was released. So I think all of you have gone through that. Accommodative stance has been maintained, right? Accommodative stance को maintain किया RBI ने. And there are many other announcements also. The list of those announcements I have given, right? Yes, very good. Elephant is going back to the forest. Deepak remembers what we have discussed in the previous class. So all the 3 leading newspaper scripts has been given over here, right? So all the findings I have given in this, you can go through the 5 aspects of this monetary policy committee. क्या क्या इन्होंने बताया इस MPC में, ठीक है, क्या होने वाला है. So all the findings you can find it out. I am going little bit fast because news बहुत है, फिर time ज़्यादा लग जाएगा, ठीक है. So try to give answer for this question based on monetary policy committee. Last year RBI has asked question on your monetary policy committee and mains phase 2 of RBI, phase 2. So this is right section they have asked earlier in the examination. RBI में question आ चुका है. This is right. The MPC was set up. No, 2016 I think it is set up. The wrong है. Only the governor who is the chairman, right? It is also right. Wrong. सबको right है. Governor कब देता है? जब some clash हो जाए, right? There is a tie. There the vote of the governor counts. The primary object, yes, this is the objective. So 1 and 4 is the right. Next, try to give the answer for this question. इस तरह के questions आपको जरूर मिलेंगे. This small findings based question. RBI loves to ask this type of questions. This is dash meeting on that trot. ये कौन सा ऐसा मीटिंग जहां पे pause बटन अभी तक इन्होंने हिट किया हुआ है? 7th, very good. अभय से 7th, not it is 7th हो गया ना, 6th पहले वाला था. So right now अभी भी वही है. So 6 plus 1, 7. 7th is the right answer for this question. अभी देखो trend ऐसा ही है. This is the only trend. They will give this type of, they will ask you some good minute fact from that particular thing, news. See, these are all the findings. After the class is over, try to read all the findings of this MPC report, right? From the newspaper only I have given. Next RBI to roll out cash deposit facility by UPI. अभी हम डेबिट कार्ड से ही कैश डिपॉजिट कर सकते हैं, राइट, बैंक में जाके, बट अब यूपीआई से भी आप कर पाओगे, यूपीआई नंबर से भी. So not very important, just non-bank operators to offer CBDC. This is also important. Abhi tak only banks were given the options, right, to operate CBDC wallets. But RBI is thinking that non-bank operators, non-banking institutions should also be given this facility to operate the CBDC wallets. So try to give the answer for this question based on your CBDC. Concept statement, try to read these statements related to CBDC and give me the right answer. Fiat currency, everybody understands, no? What is this fiat currency? The currency which derives its value by its value. जो भी इसके एसेट के वैल्यू है वहां से इसका वैल्यू वो डिराइव करता है, ठीक है? That is fiat currency. So this is right. It is same as fiat currency. It is same as fiat currency. अगर fiat currency की तरह ना हो तो फिर इसका कोई वैल्यू ही नहीं रह जाएगा, right? CBDC. CBDC can be used offline mode. Yes, it can be used. CBDC operates through wallet. Yes. CBDC can be helpful in curbing the black money. Yes. Bahamas have been the first country to launch the nationwide CBDC. Yes, it is also right. So इस तरह के questions I try to do to increase your information base. So all these statements are right over here. ठीक है. Next question is related to the forex reserve. Right, India building up gold reserve, says Shaktinand Das, the governor of the RBI. So India's forex reserve is 645 billion as on March. This value can also be asked in the examination. 645 billion as on March 2024. ठीक है. Next, let's come to one question. इसके आंसर बताइए. Tell me the answer for this question. Which of the following is a reason for RBI's gold purchase? क्यों इतना ज्यादा RBI gold purchase कर रहा है? Yes, CBDC can be used offline as well. ठीक है, चलिए. Next. See, hedging the foreign currency risk, obviously, gold purchase इसीलिए किया जा रहा है. Diversifying its foreign exchange reserve, yes, इसलिए भी किया जा रहा है ताकि हम डाइवर्सिफाई कर सकें अपने forex reserve को. ठीक है. Next, no levy is imposed on RBI for purchase of gold. See, this is statement is right, but this is not the reason which is compelling, because ये तो starting से ही है ना. From starting only, if an individual is right importing gold, he has to give the levy charges. But if RBI is right importing gold from starting only, there is no levy charge on the RBI. So this is statement is right, but this is not right in context of this, right? This is not compelling. This is not compelling RBI to import gold. So in this context, it is not right. So 1 and 2 is the only right option here. It is correct, but in this context, it is not right. The value of the gold reserves linked to the prices of London Bullion Exchange is recalculated This question, I think, best this type of question they have asked, right? This one. So बताइए फटाफट बताइए what will be right? The value of gold reserves को हम London Bullion Exchange, very important, ये याद रखिए, इसके तौर पे करते हैं. इट इज कैलकुलेटेड ऑन वीकली बेसिस, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. यहां से क्वेश्चन आया है इस टॉपिक से. दे हैव आस्क्ड लास्ट ईयर क्वेश्चन इन आरबीआई. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, एज पर आरबीआई's रिपोर्ट ऑन मैनेजमेंट पॉलिसी फॉरेक्स रिजर्व, राइट, reserve stocks of gold are kept in safe custody over the Bank of England. This question they have asked. RBI 2023 ये क्वेश्चन था कि ओवरसीज हम बैंक ऑफ इंग्लैंड में रखते हैं एंड डैश, और कहाँ रखते हैं? बैंक ऑफ इंटरनेशनल सेटलमेंट्स में. इन दोनों जगह पे अपने गोल्ड रिजर्व्स को रखते हैं और कुछ पार्ट अपने कंट्री में भी रखते हैं, राइट? सो वेयर इज द हेडक्वार्टर ऑफ दिस BIS? What is the headquarter of BIS? Bank of International Settlements, Basel. Very good. Basel, Switzerland. So इस तरह के क्वेश्चंस आते हैं, ठीक है, आरबीआई में. Next question, UPI payment from PPI wallets by third party apps will be soon be a reality. This is also a very good change. See, now what is happening? PPI, I think you have gone through in our static classes, cover किया है already. पीपीआई को हमने डिटेल में कवर किया. कौन से तीन टाइप्स के पीपीआई होते हैं? क्लोज्ड, सेमी क्लोज्ड एंड ओपन. क्लोज्ड का एग्जांपल होता हूं. टेल मी, गिव मी द एग्जांपल ऑफ क्लोज्ड पीपीआई. गिव मी द एग्जांपल ऑफ क्लोज्ड पीपीआई. प्रीपेड इंस्ट्रूमेंट, गिफ्ट वाउचर, वेरी गुड. सेमी क्लोज्ड का एग्जांपल दें. सेमी क्लोज्ड का एग्जांपल डीएमआरसी कार्ड चलेगा. गुड, वेरी गुड एग्जांपल. सेमी क्लोज्ड फोन पे, जीपे. ओपन का एग्जांपल देख. गिव द एग्जांपल ऑफ ओपन पीपीआई. You have not attended the class properly. Sir has explained very clearly about the closed, semi-closed, open. Clearly समझा है. डेबिट कार्ड कैन बी द एग्जांपल ऑफ इट. डेबिट कार्ड, ठीक है. तो अभी तक क्या हो रहा था? टिल नाउ व्हाट वाज हैपनिंग दैट यूपीआई पेमेंट जो आप कर रहे थे, मान लो आपके पास पेटीएम, अभी पेटीएम इश्यू चला, मान लो यू हैव वैलेट ऑफ पेटीएम और यू हैव वैलेट ऑफ अमेजन. सो राइट नाउ व्हाट इज हैपनिंग, अमेजन का वैलेट है तो अमेजन पे ही उसको परचेज करेंगे, ठीक है. बट राइट नाउ व्हाट गवर्नमेंट इज सेइंग और व्हाट आरबीआई इज सेइंग कि इसको भी यूपीआई से जोड़ दिया जाएगा, ताकि पेटीएम वैलेट में अगर आपके पास कुछ पैसे पड़े हैं तो इफ दिस इज लिंक्ड टू द यूपीआई यू कैन मेक एक्सपेंडिचर एनीवेयर. आपको जरूरत नहीं है कि आपको पेटीएम वैलेट ही ढूंढना पड़ेगा या अमेजन का वेबसाइट ही ढूंढना पड़ेगा. यू कैन यूटिलाइज दिस fund, whatever is there in your particular wallet will help you to make expenditure in any of the platform. ये फायदा होगा इसको लिंक करने, थर्ड पार्टी एपीआई से लिंक करने से. सो दिस इज important. See, it will help in small transactions. बहुत से ऐसे रूरल एरियाज है, राइट, where the banks are not giving, certain banks are there, certain ग्रामीण बैंक is there, तो वो यूपीआई की फैसिलिटी नहीं दे रहे. So there they are insisting on wallet of those banks. तो उन wallet से क्या कर रहे हैं? छोटे छोटे जगह में the people are not able to make the expenditure on other platforms. So if this small right wallets PPI will be linked to the UPI, तो किसी का भी PPI हो, किसी बैंक का PPI wallet हो, आप कहीं भी खर्च कर सकते हो. तो ये एक एडवांटेज मिल जाएगा. So RBI is thinking on this. अगर ये हो गया तो give me the right answer for this. The said change will help in what? The Reserve Bank of India has proposed permitting linking of PPI through third-party UPI application. What will be the right advantage of this? Small transactions, rural transactions, flexible, all होगा. So right answer is all. सब में ये मदद करेगा. Next, FPI is allowed to invest in sovereign green bonds. ठीक है. So foreign portfolio investors को allow कर दिया है, right? They can also invest in green bonds. So what are the green bonds? Green bonds are those bonds where the proceeds are utilized for environmental friendly projects. The framework related to these green bonds are very important for your examination. The framework developed by the government for the green bonds are very important for your examination. उसको एक बार देख लेना. इससे related I have made one detailed YouTube video also, framework related to green bonds. Next, whatever the proceeds will come from these green bonds will go to where? कहाँ जमा होगा जाके? Where it will be deposited? The proceeds of these green bonds. it will deposit it to consolidated fund of India. ठीक है, याद रखिएगा, the proceeds of this green bond will be deposited to consolidated fund of India. RBI retail direct scheme. So this is the last news of today. It's related. We have given very good master notes also. RBI and its function. ठीक है, उसको पढ़िएगा जाकर. There we have given the detail of this scheme. ठीक है, आ चुका है 2-3 बार एग्जामिनेशन में, तो less chances again they will ask. But constantly this is coming in the newspaper, the RBI retail direct scheme. Right. So last question, give me the answer for this last question of today. Right. Examples of government security retail direct scheme. किसमें काम करता है? It works on government securities. Government securities के examples are treasury bills, right? Long term, short term that we are discussing. So give the answer of this question related to the treasury bills. Reserve Bank of India manages and services of government of India, but not दोनों को करता है, right? It manages both state and central government. So this is wrong. Treasury bills are issued by government of India, and there are no treasury bills issued by the government, right? So central government only issues the treasury bills. State का कुछ नहीं होता. So this is right. State government do not issue treasury bills. Treasury bills are offered at discounted price, obviously. तभी तो कोई खरीदेगा. So 2 and 3, option number 2 and 3 is right. So C is the right answer for this question. So these are the right topics which is important for your RBI examination from 1st of 7th April. A PDF will be given. उससे revise कर लेना. And most of the things I have also told in the class from where when we asked. Again, I'm telling static, whatever we have covered in our grade mentorship program, उसको अच्छे से ध्यान से सुनिए. All the static portion we have covered in our course. दूसरों की तरह नहीं है कि कुछ भी कहानी सुना रहे हैं and static को पढ़ा जा रहे हैं. Everything has been linked with the current portion. Everything has been linked to current portion. आप इन चीजों को enjoy करोगे. हमारे static series को अच्छे से अगर आपने कर लिया होगा, right? तो आप इन चीजों को enjoy करोगे. जो हम पढ़ा रहे हैं आपको सब समझ में आएगा. Whatever we are right telling to you. So static, whatever you have covered, it's covered very differently. Go through them right thoroughly. Then you will enjoy this classes and exam में भी अच्छे marks आएंगे. With this, I will end the today's session. Good night, everyone. Bye bye. Take care.